Hey there, gang. Welcome back to Papa's Model Workshop. I'm Papa, and this is my workshop. Well, the first thing I have to touch upon is this, okay? And it's not too bad right at this very second, but we're having the kitchen renovated. I mean, completely renovated, right down to the stud work. So they're upstairs ripping the kitchen apart. So it's very possible that you're going to hear some very loud, obnoxious background noises. So I apologize for that. Okay, we're not in a combat zone. We're not fighting off the enemy. No, it's the kitchen renovation upstairs. So hopefully it won't get too obnoxious during the course of this video. Next thing I want to touch upon is it just came to my attention that Jason from the Blue Ox channel, I just discovered that he's in the hospital. So I don't know what the issue is, but Jason, whatever it is, I hope it's nothing serious, and I wish you the very best. You know, we'll be hoping for a speedy recovery for you, okay? So my very best to you, buddy, okay? Let me give a shout out to... get my glasses on here. Moths, Models, and Mistakes. This is from Tom Leno. He's in Bozeman, Montana. He sent me his shop card. And Tom, I want to thank you very much for sending that to me. I really appreciate that. And this will be displayed very prominently right up here. Okay, and your shop card, buddy, is going to be going out today. All right. So that's on its way to you. So we have a couple of things going on. We're working on Casey's New York Mets SUV in New York Mets orange and blue colors, right? And if you recall in, I don't know, it was 1 or 2 videos back, we had a problem with the blue up here because I taped it off so I could do the orange. And when I pulled the tape off the adhesive, I got a residue of the adhesive on here. So anyway, we got that corrected. This is looking pretty good. And here are some of the interior. Okay, also in Mets orange and blue. I think that the dash came out really nice. All right, I'm pleased with that. The seats came out nice. Okay, so we're moving along with that. Got the chassis, undercarriage and so forth, the exhaust and all of that stuff done. Okay, so we did not do this in Mets colors, but all the painting on this SUV is completed. So now this can go over to the assembly bench and I can start assembling this. So, and by the way, this is, I think I've pointed this out before. This is one of the things I like to do. You know, if I'm working on a particular area of any build, really, I like to separate and put them in these little containers. Now, I'm not talking about the separation of the colors, okay? Like if I'm working on the interior, for example, I can put the interior in these little containers and separate it from the rest of the mess. And in fact, that's what I've got right here for, whoops, I just dropped it. This is what I've got right here for the Chrysler 300 for the Blue Ox group build. I originally had thought about doing the interior of this car in white. I think that would be a really nice contrast. Can you visualize that? A white interior with this green metallic exterior. I think that would look good. I decided not to do it that way for 2 reasons. One, I've done a couple of builds recently where the interior was all white, so I didn't want to go back there. The other thing is, you know, I mentioned on numerous occasions that I like to do research on what I'm building, you know, to get ideas, you know, colors, interior, exterior, the whole deal. I didn't find any cars, you know, in this 300 from 1957 with a white interior. In fact, what I did find quite a lot of is this color. It's like a light tan color. Okay. I think that actually looks pretty good. I like that. But here's the thing I'm kind of wrestling with right now. I like the color, but I'm kind of thinking it needs something a little bit more. I think it would look good like in a brown color. See, if you did the wings here and the center here, and that would be a nice two-tone, I think. But the thing is that my choice is, do I keep it authentic? All right. I saw no two-tones. I mean, basically all the pictures that I saw online, it was just one color. So do I stay authentic and keep it like that? Or do I say, well, it's my model and I can do whatever I want? And that's true. Every one of us, it's your model. You do what you want. So that's kind of what I'm going back and forth with right now. Now, the color that I'm thinking of, actually, let me see if I can get this out of here. A lot of people ask me how I display my models, and this is one of the ways. I get these clear acrylic display cases from Hobby Lobby. And let me see if I can get this thing out of here. These things are kind of a pain to get out. And this right here is the brown color I'm thinking of. And actually, here's that yellow ochre color. All right. The yellow ochre is what I used for these seats. So even though I'm looking for a tan color, I used yellow ochre, a Vallejo yellow ochre, to achieve this. All right. So that's what I was thinking of. This brown right there. And I've mentioned before that I keep notes, okay, of all my builds, all right? And this happens to be the notes for that 300, that Chrysler 300, all right? So, yeah, that came to mind for this brown. And you know, look, I'm not the sharpest tool in this shed, okay? I knew it was this brown color that I wanted, but I can't really recall exactly what it was. And that's the purpose of keeping a log, right? And so I went back to the 29 Mercedes, okay? Here you go. And I could see, where is it here? Right there. Okay, can you see that? And it told me from my notes that I used a Tester's flat brown. Okay, there you go. So this is the color that I will use for these seats. This brown color right here. I'm sorry. This brown color for these seats. Okay. My brain's not with it today. This is why I carry around this sign, okay? And this fits me, all right? Okay. I'm going down that path. Now, here's something that I did find in my research. The door panels are two-toned, all right? So is the dash. Here we go, okay? So see, you can see where I taped that off. But it's two-toned with a black, which I don't have a problem with for the dash or the door panels. But I'm just thinking, you know what? If I'm going to go with that, your two-tone color should be reflected in your seats. And I don't think I want to go with a black on here. So in that particular case, if I elect to go with that flat brown color on the seats, then I'll probably follow suit and do that here as well, and on the dashboard as well. Okay, so let me know what you think. Leave me in the comments section what you think. If you are part of my viewing audience on Facebook, you can leave me a comment there. And by the way, if you're watching this on Facebook, jump over to my YouTube channel and look up Papa's Model Workshop on YouTube and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. That helps me a lot. It's going to help the channel grow. We're up to about 350 some odd subscribers right now, hoping to get to 400 soon. So yeah, if you're on Facebook watching this, go over to YouTube and subscribe. You can leave a comment there. And if you're viewing this on YouTube, then you too can hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell too, and then you'll be notified every time I upload. So anyway, leave me your thoughts on what you think I should do. Should I leave this just plain, okay? Or should I go with that brown two-tone color, which would, again, follow suit on the door panels and the dashboard? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I do take all of your comments and insights very seriously, and I'll tell you the truth about something, okay? I had actually made up my mind to go with the atomic orange on this build, all right? And I even ordered more paint from ProScale. I'm doing a little bit of housekeeping over here too while I'm talking to you. But this was the atomic orange color that I had really made up my mind to go with on this Chrysler 300. But all of your comments changed my mind. I got a response to go with the metallic green. So, I listened to what you all had to say, and I made that change based on all of your insights and input. And apparently, I think you made the right call, because I think this is a great color. So let me know what you think. And by the way, my friend John Pilger had asked me about my test spoons. Hang on, I want to get this and I want to show this to you. Hang on. Okay, so John's question regarding the test spoons, okay, was do you pre-prime spoons ahead of time so you can just grab a spoon and test the color? Yes, I do. And this is all prime. All of these spoons are pre-primed, okay? I've got gloss black here. I've got a gold color for a gold base, obviously. I've got, obviously, a white, okay, primed in white. So I've got all different primed spoons here. Silver. I've got a flat black in here somewhere. You'll have to take my word for it. It is in there. But anyway, yeah, that's what I do. I pre-prime a whole bunch of spoons. So when I'm ready to test the color, I can just grab that. And it really makes things a lot easier. It saves a whole lot of time because, not only do you have to go and prime the spoon, but you have to wait for it to dry, right? So I have a dehydrator. So still, even with a dehydrator, I have to wait a half an hour. If you don't have a dehydrator, you might be waiting a little bit longer. So it really pays dividends to do stuff like this. So anyway, yeah, John, that's what I have, a whole bunch of pre-primed spoons here. Okay, I think that's going to kind of do it for now. And by the way, I want to mention this. I showed you that blue and orange Metz colors, okay? And these colors are Tamiya lacquer, all right, pure orange, and the blue is Tamiya lacquer, pearl blue. And the reason I'm making a specific mention of that is because, you know what, a lot of times when you're painting, right, you have to touch up here and there. This is called a big thumb marker, big thumb. There you go, all right? And this orange, if you're using Tamiya pure orange for anything, this is just about an exact match, all right, for touching up, all right? Big thumb. And this is an acrylic, by the way. And I like to use acrylic markers because if you make a boo-boo, and I make my share of boo-boos, it's easy to rectify. Just take a little bit of water on a Q-tip and you can just wipe it off. Particularly if you've gotten any kind of clear coat on there, it seals the paint and it just makes cleanup a whole lot easier. Also, while we're on the subject, the pearl blue, okay, is also touched up with, what is this? This is Statler? Okay. Anyway, if you're using the Tamiya pearl blue, this marker right there, okay, is almost an exact match for the Tamiya pearl blue, okay? Just thought I would mention that real quick. All right, gang, I'm going to wrap this up, and we didn't get too much of the renovation noise for the course of this video. They were doing something up there before. We had a ceramic floor up there, so it sounded like they were using something like a jackhammer or something to get that up, and it was really loud. So luckily, we got through this video without that. So I got the dogs barking upstairs. I got contractors all inside and all over the house and in and out and all that sort of stuff. So the dogs are kind of losing their minds. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up for now. Jason, get better, buddy. And I will see you in the next video. Okay. Thanks for tuning in.